I'm joined in the press room with Helmut Pfleger. Helmut is a Grandmaster, a German Grandmaster, very strong player, although for the last years you've been mainly inactive. You live here in Munich. Helmut, what are you doing today here in the tournament? What do you think of the interesting games this afternoon?
Well, first of all, I have to correct you. Maybe I was a strong player. I'm not anymore. I really can tell you with my Blitz games against a friend of mine, Hajo Hecht. Well, but that's the first. But of course, it's very interesting. It's my hometown here in Munich, and it's very nice to see such a strong tournament with the best women from all over the world. So it's really a nice occasion, and it's not only today. I will come again and again, and of course I follow the games too, and there's really very interesting games, and it's a pleasure. Some of them I know already, some of them I don't. So personal, not acquaintance, but to see them personally, that's something different than only on the photo made by David Jada with his wonderful photos, very good photos, but to see them personally, it's something else.
So Helmut, for all the German fans who are following this tournament, for those who are following the tournament on YouTube as well, you are a very important person here in Germany because you are the host of a very important show with Grandmaster Vladimir Ort, Chess of the Grandmasters. I remember this because back in the time I also was following the show, although not on a daily basis. What things do you remember, and what do you think has been your the most important thing you've put forward with this show for progress of chess here in Germany?
Well, I think really chess and television, it started somehow, well, if you put it personally, with me. And the very first tournament match was between Karpov and the Lucas-on. One move a week, and so German grandmasters commented on it, and they made maybe recommendations what one could play, and just explained to the Lucas-on the situation. And the Lucas-on, the German Lucas-on, and it was voted, the majority voted for a certain move, and they held Karpov, who was world champion then in '77, they held him to a draw. Wow. And so it started with chess and television, and many people, they liked it. There were chess tournaments. We made it together with BBC for some years, and always traveling to Bristol in England, or maybe in Hamburg. And then later on, and there were many chess tournaments, and it was quite popular, up to 1 million lookers on for one,
That's a lot.
That's a lot. Now, later on it became less, but nevertheless it was quite popular. And what you are referring to is with Vladimir Hort. Of course, we liked it together to do our comments, and of course, Vladimir Hort, one doesn't have to introduce him. He was one of the best players in the world, but he is a very joyful and joking person too. So we try to do our best to explain it for a large audience who don't understand so well chess, but nevertheless to make it understandable for them. And I think we succeeded in it, and it was quite popular. And the last program was in 2005. And unfortunately, since they took it off, because saying in internet one can transmit chess tournaments so well, we don't need it anymore in TV.
Helmut, you have been a very strong player in your own right. You played the Chess Olympiads with Germany, spanning a reach of 20 years, which is quite impressive, more than nearly 20 years playing Olympiads. Do you still play maybe league games today? Maybe do you play online? Do you still practice, or you have left the competitive part totally aside?
Yeah, no, I don't play tournaments anymore, nor league games, nor nothing of it. I only every second or third week with Hajo Hecht, who's a friend of mine and a Grandmaster colleague, and we played for more than 20 years together in the German team. And with him, we play blitz games. You see, we have lunch together, and afterwards we play blitz. And it's just nice, you see, not to forget how the pawn moves and the knight and so.
Getting back to the tournament here, what would you say, having seen the tournament this afternoon, what would you say are the main differences that you see of the players of today at the top level with regard to the players of your generation when you were playing the top level tournaments? Do you notice any differences in the demeanor of the players maybe, or the attitude or the concentration? What are the most differences you see there?
Well, I think in general, it's difficult to compare. And I saw great tournaments, for instance, with Grandmaster and so on. But I think in general, the level, of course, it's better now in our days than it was 20 years ago, without any doubt. Even when there were big, great players, 2 women players, Grandmaster and I don't know whom, yeah. But of course, and it's very professional now. In former times, it was difficult to make a living with chess, especially for women, and now it is possible. And so it's a complete, and with all the preparations, with the computers, it's different without any doubt.
Okay. Thanks for coming, and I hope you enjoy the afternoon and the rest of the tournament.
Yeah, thank you very much.